I want to ask you one thing about Mr. Hege, and then something about Roger Meese and MONUSCO. There's some. First of all, what do you think is the reception of the council in terms of the points you've made about Mr. Hege, his 2009 articles, factual problems with the report? Did you get any read whether any move will be made by the council? And also, are you aware of this allegation that he met with Jean Marie Micombero? He met with some defected Rwandan army person in Europe. I've seen this. Anyway, that's on Hege.
Sure. Let me say this, and I say this in all seriousness. From what we see and what we have become aware of Mr. Hege's writings and publications, to us, to Rwanda, we have had a man sitting in judgment of Rwanda who should not have been there. He's a man with ideological leanings that are very troubling. For anybody who's sympathetic to the genocidal militia, FDLR, which he's proven through his writings, to be the man at the head of this group of experts is just an aberration. But we have signaled our concern to the appointing authority for this group of experts, and we will wait to see what the reaction is. But I would find it deeply troubling that the Security Council would not look into how this man was appointed, and more importantly, whether his own ideological beliefs, which are clearly, in his own words, to create a bias against the government of Rwanda. This is a very, very serious situation, but we are much more occupied with contributing to a solution. We need stability more than anything else, but we do expect and we do hope that those who appointed this man would seriously look into how he got there and why him.
What do you think of MONUSCO's either approach to this problem or just overall performance? There's some reports that they flew FARDC up to meet with my rebels to fight the M23. They seem to be getting kind of involved in it, just overall. And I also heard that Mr. Meese has his own set of evidence or kind of presentation beyond the group of experts report that's trying to tie Rwanda to the M23.
I tell you what, and I'm going to be very undiplomatic here. If I was in charge of a mission that I'm not able to accomplish, and this goes for a number of actors in the FARDC and in MONUSCO, I would certainly try to find an excuse. Let me put it that way.
Okay. And what should happen with the M23? I mean, I think at one stage Rwanda said that they should negotiate with the government to get their claims from March 2009. Do you have any views of how this can actually be resolved?
That was Rwanda's approach at the beginning of the crisis when the DRC approached us. And again, I think it's very important for those who look at this situation not to think that there is any taboo about the Rwanda phones, but I think it's important to move away from the kind of ethnocentric narrative that is in the minds of people. Rwanda is a country with interests, so we don't run our country with our basic ethnic instincts. We have interest as a country. We value stability. We've worked with the government in Kinshasa very well to protect our security as a country. And what has been missing is a good examination of what the M23 and these other groups, because it's not just the M23, what are their claims? What is going on? And I think it's a big mistake to continue transferring leadership and care that should take place in Congo to the neighborhood. It's not right, and it's not allowing the Congo to be able to find a solution. And I think the international community should take its responsibility, not necessarily for the past, but at least look at this situation today and carefully examine what is going on and find a solution. But I find it all too easy to, each time there is a problem in Congo, to act as if this country has nobody to run the country and look at neighbors. When you look at this crisis, from the beginning. There is much, much more about Rwanda than the DRC. You know, where is the leadership of Congo? You know, why is it Rwanda that has to provide answers to the DRC? It's you know, we're a small country. It's a big, powerful, wealthy country with its own leadership, and I think that's where the questions should go.
What do you think of a SADC? I know there's been some offer by the South African Development Community to send troops along the border. What do you think of that?
I don't think there's ever been any offer of troops. You know, this is again part of the whole, you know, extrapolation that has happened from the. I don't know what it is about Congo that makes people not stop and think. There's something about Congo that makes people just run. But the Southern African development community has rightly so expressed concern with the insecurity in DRC. The DRC is a member of SADC, and there is already a process going on with the larger Great Lakes framework under the leadership of Uganda. So 4 countries in SADC are members of the ICGR already. I think the agreement, as it was also suggested by the SADC, is for SADC to provide support, to give their input, to give good ideas on how to implement the resolutions through the International Conference on the Great Lakes region.